Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys another episode of our Pokemon Let's Go Eevee bug only playthrough. We are here in the middle of Silph Co, trying to take down Team Rocket. If you guys missed the last episode, you can check it out in the description below to make sure you guys see us taking on Blue and then some of Team Rocket's Goonies. I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna just kind of jump into things here. Silph Co is actually really big, so it's a little tricky to not get super lost, and you can probably tell I just finished recording the last episode and I just jumped right into this one here because honestly I didn't want to get super confused. I figured I really got to film Silph Co all in one sitting, even though to be honest I'm actually like pretty stressed right now because I have a call that I have to do, like a business call, in about 40 minutes. So we're gonna do a 30-minute episode right now. That's how it's gonna go. But either way, man, I'm excited to be filming this playthrough, dude. I'm excited to keep going, dude. Like, there's so many things I want to do on this playthrough and like get through it, but I'm not rushing. I'm just kind of doing my thing, man. I'm chilling nice and relaxed, trying to get through it. So a lot of Silph Co Goonies, man. A lot of homies that we got to take care of here. Let's actually get should I use Twilight? Yeah, let's use Twilight. Let's see how it goes. Twilight, I feel like hasn't gotten really any action lately, so we'll see how this is gonna go. Here comes a Voltorb. Let's just stay in. Like, what is a Voltorb gonna do to me? What is it gonna do? And it's funny too, because Twilight's actually probably one of our better members, just because of Quiver Dance alone. Ouch, this is gonna hurt a little bit though. It's gonna tickle. Yeah, we actually ate that pretty well. We got a cool question today for you guys, which we'll talk about. I don't think I've talked about this on this series yet. I know I've talked about it in the past, but people's opinions change and stuff. But basically the question today is, do you think Pokemon should or / will, I guess it's really however you want to take it, do you think they will and do you think they should add a new type in Generation 8? So the last time they added the type was in Generation 6. They added the Fairy type, which obviously made things like Sylveon and stuff come to fruition. They changed a few types of various Pokemon in the past. So you got things like, you know, Wigglytuff and Clefable and stuff that got retyped, Mr. Mime for a couple Fairies and stuff like that. And Fairy ended up being ultimately one of the best types in the game. And kind of the idea behind Fairy, I think, primarily stemmed from the fact that Dragon types were really strong. Just because you can really spam moves like Outrage and not really have to worry about anything competitively. Switching into that, there are Steel types obviously to kind of mitigate them, but generally speaking, it's, you know, Dragon was like probably the best type in the game, and then Fairy type came around, and Fairy type, in my opinion, quickly and almost instantly became the best type in the game just by default because it's just so good, man. Okay, so I have no idea where we are. I have no clue. I'm so lost now. That rotten president serves him right for transferring a star employee like me off the books. That's why Team Rocket came after us, I'm sure of it. Wait, why are you battling me if you're on the other side, dude? I don't know. You're just mad, Taylor, I guess. But yeah, there's obviously Fairy type. It's the best type in the game. I don't even think that's like debatable, to be honest. I mean, maybe you could argue that Dragon type is still really good, but in my opinion, I just feel like Fairy is the best. Like, the fact that, first of all, it's immune to Dragon really makes it stand strong. It's only got a handful of weaknesses in Steel and Poison, really. And then in terms of resistances, it obviously Steel resists it, and then you've got a couple things like that. But generally speaking, like, Fairy type is just so good. I mean, the fact that, what bugs me, and obviously I'm doing a bug playthrough, so obviously you can kind of guess what my favorite type is and stuff. But what really irks me about Fairy types is the fact that they resist bug types. That's just so dumb to me. I'm just gonna rant for a second because why? Like, Fairy types are already so good, bug types are already really bad. Why does Fairy resist bug? And you could try to logically explain it to me and whatever, it doesn't really matter. The type chart isn't the most logical thing, which is fine, doesn't have to be, but it's just really annoying in my opinion that Fairy resists bug. It just really annoys me. Fairy is already super good offensively. Like, again, there's only Steel and Poison. If I might be missing something. Steel, Poison, and Fire are the only things that offensively resist it. It hits a lot of things neutral, obviously, and its weaknesses are very limited in Poison and Steel. It obviously buffed Steel and Poison types offensively, which I think is really important. So I think that addition was good, and I do think that the addition of Fairy type was a good addition. I do actually think it was a really good decision. I just don't think it should resist bug, personally. That's my thing. There's a few little tweaks to the type chart that I think could be really nice. That's one of them. Another one would be making it so maybe water, maybe ice resisted water. You could argue that wouldn't make sense or whatever, but I do think that could be a really cool little addition that would make ice types defensively at least better, because ice type is the worst type in the game defensively. It's so bad. It almost makes most ice types not even useful because they don't really have anything that they resist. You know, ice types only resist ice, I think. Is that it? They're just defensively absolutely trash. Or, you know, the other thing I guess you could say would be make it so they resist grass, but grass is already really bad. Maybe make it so ice resists flying. Like, that's another option too, because flying is a really good typing as well. Offensively, it's one of the best offensive typings. Make it so ice resists flying. Like, you could do a couple little things to make ice just a little bit better defensively. Obviously, ice is one of the best offensive types, so you really don't want to go too crazy with it, because then it makes ice too powerful. But I do think you can slightly tweak ice types defensively. Just give it one resistance. And I think if you gave it a resistance to water or something like that, or as I mentioned, flying, I think actually flying is a really good call. You're really not doing anything too bad. It's not like you're making it so ice types are OP, or water types or flying types get to be trash. It's simply you're adding one slight tweak. And again, I think actually the flying and ice are probably the best without messing up the type chart too badly, because I do think flying is offensively one of the best types. With only a handful of resistances in steel, electric, and rock, you know, most flying types can really just click Brave Bird or, you know, Air Slash or whatever it is and just do a lot of damage, Hurricane, stuff like that. So I don't think having ice type do that would really be a bad thing for competitive. So that's a kind of a little idea there in terms of tweaking the type chart. But kind of going back to the idea of, do you think there should be a new type? And obviously a new type would really switch up the type chart quite a bit, as you can imagine, right? That would shake things up. I'm gonna say right now, I don't actually think that they should add a new type. So I'll say that, but I'll discuss the topic either way. I don't think there should be a new type in the game, for two reasons. One, I think the type chart, like I said, you can simply just tweak it. And two, every time I bring this question up, or people usually bring it up on Twitch, like on stream, and they'll say, aDrive, like, you know, what new type should they add or whatever. And it's always the same answers that people give, and I just feel like they're not good answers. No offense to anyone, I just think that the ideas, before you, hopefully you haven't typed your comment out, because you might be like, oh, you're gonna say what I would have actually said. But the main core ideas that everyone always says when it comes to new types: space type, which I really think isn't gonna happen for a couple of reasons. One, I just like, what is space type? Pokemon that come from space? Like, are you gonna retype Clefairy and Clefable again? Like, you're gonna retype them again? I don't think they should do that, right? Like, I think that would be really dumb to retype them again. So space type, I mean, again, how many Pokemon really fall into that? Not a lot. Yeah, they can make a bunch of new Pokemon or whatever, but I don't think that really makes a lot of sense. Two is light type, is another one a lot of people always kind of refer to as a light type. Again, same kind of thing in terms of space type. Like, first of all, we already have Fairy, so you could very easily make the argument that they kind of fall along the same lines as in terms of, I don't even think I mentioned Fairy was good against Dark too, which is another thing. So yeah, you can make that argument as well. Okay, like light type and fairy type, they're very similar. I would say the only one that I personally think has any sort of merit is sound type, which is another one that a lot of people have brought up. You know, you got your Chadots and your Whismurs and whatever, you know, Exploud, etc. There's a handful of Pokemon, Meloetta, that you could argue would be sound type, but the thing is, sound type moves already have a slightly different classification in game as is, so I don't feel like they need their own type, because sound type moves are different than regular moves in the sense that they go through moves like Substitute. So they're already unique. Sound moves are already unique in the fact that they go through substitutes, so I just don't feel like it needs its own type. So that's kind of like my thoughts on the various typings in terms of the ones that most people tend to bring up. Like I said, sound type, light type, and space type, I guess, are the ones that most people tend to kind of bring up initially. And then there's like the idea of, you know, anti-types, like Pokemon that doesn't have a type or whatever. But I feel like that's really what normal is in a way. It's kind of like the basic thing. And you look at something like Type Null, which is kind of like a mix of a bunch of different, you know, it has the ability to change types and stuff. So I feel like that concept would be, I don't know. Okay, someone needs to give me a key here eventually. No one wants to give me a key apparently. Let's go up again. I'm so lost at this point. I'm trying to find that floor that I was at where the guys are all standing there looking like they want to give me a key. Those guys are sitting in there. There's an item over here. I gotta battle this guy. I'm so lost in Silph Co right now. This place is huge. You mistook me for a Silph worker. I think I need to go back because I saw that dude Pluto or Pluton or whatever his name is, the blue hair guy. I think we gotta go back and try to find him because I have no idea where we're going. I like backtrack because I didn't want to miss anything, but I really feel like I should have talked to him because I need that key card eventually if we're gonna get anywhere in here. If I'm gonna ever make any progress in this place. So, you know, and I guess the only other type that I could possibly bring up, honestly, would be, I guess you could say, I think of Pokemon Uranium with nuclear type, some sort of like radioactive type Pokemon because something goes crazy in the region or whatever, and all the Pokemon are changed to some sort of different typing. That would be the only other thing that I could really think of in terms of new types that I think would be viable or even applicable in any sort of capacity. I don't really see a new type being a thing, but that's what the comment section is for. So if you guys have a really cool idea, you think, you know, there's a type, maybe you really like one of the types that I mentioned, space type or whatever, and you really stand by it, let me know in the comment section below. We'll see what ends up happening. Like I said, my gut feeling is there's not gonna be a new type. You know, historically they add some sort of new, at least the last couple games, some sort of new mechanic or feature or gimmick. You know, oh, I missed. They did Mega Evolution in Gen 6, and then Z-Moves in Gen 7. We had this conversation yesterday on stream, actually. I don't think Z-Moves are coming back in any capacity outside of maybe being post-game. Like, you could just grab the Z-Crystals from one character in the post-game and, like, use them if you want, kind of thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just dissolve them entirely, because Z-Moves were, like, really focused on Alola, and that was, like, the whole thing about Z-Moves is they're, like, just an Alola. That's not going to be the card key. Because you have to like use your Alolan, you know, the island ritual, and you go through the trial to get the Z. It was like the whole story. It was like you being Alola. So to me, I just feel like I just don't see that personally. Like the Z moves coming back. I really think, well, hope rather. I shouldn't say think. I really hope that Mega Evolutions becomes a focal point, because I really like Megas, man. I feel like Megas and regional variants are home run ideas from Pokemon. They had Alolan forms. Why not have new regional variants of different Pokemon? It doesn't have to be Gen 1. They kept it to just Gen 1, but they can do other regional variants. I think regional variants are so cool. I would imagine a lot of you guys would agree in that too, in saying like, it's really sick to see some of these Pokemon that we've known and loved for a long time get reimagined. And that was one of my biggest complaints about Ultra Sun and Moon, is they made essentially the same game, which, you know, whatever. It was frustrating because I felt like they made it seem like Ultra Sun and Moon was gonna be so different, and it really wasn't that different. It was like maybe 20 or 30% different, but it really wasn't that crazy different. They made it seem like Ultra Sun and Moon was gonna be so different, and if they had just added 10, maybe 15 new Alolan forms, I feel like a lot more people would have felt like the game was better. Such a simple thing, right? Just adding a handful of new Alolan Pokemon. They added new Pokemon in general with Poipole and things like that, right? They added Lycanroc Twilight form or Dust form, whatever. It's not like they didn't add new things already. So how difficult would it have been for them to say, okay, we're gonna add in, you know, a couple Alolan forms. We're gonna add in Alolan Oddish or whatever it's gonna be. It wouldn't have been that challenging. Okay, so I've actually been on this floor, which is interesting. I came through here, I did that, I talked to him. So we're really bouncing all over the place now with the different floors. I think going up the stairs is my best bet now, so I don't miss anything. I'm so lost right now. Okay, this is the girl over here? No. Okay, so did I go here? Oh, I did go here. Oh my goodness, I'm very lost. We're like going upstairs, but like I'm on all sorts of different floors now. I don't know what I missed. Oh, here's the healer. So again, I still don't have the card key, so I can't even do that. But yeah, Alolan forms and Megas, man. I just feel like that's the way to go. It's such a simple addition. Did I battle you? I did. Wow. I'm really lost. I battled you. I remember doing this. So I must have hit a warp pad and it like brought me down. Because we're like, okay, I don't think I battled you now. All right. Halt, state your purpose for being here. To take down Team Rocket. Is that a good answer? Do I win anything? Probably not. I'm drowsy, let's do it. Yeah, so I just feel like I said, I mean, I could say it a million times, but I just really feel like it's an easy way to make fans happy, and I feel like you gotta make fans happy. And Mega Evolution was like probably one of the greatest additions to any Pokemon game ever, in my opinion. I mean, there's obviously been some pretty big breakthroughs, like abilities and things like that, but I just personally feel like Mega Evolution was one of the best improvements ever, because you're basically taking, it's the same idea as Alolan forms. You're taking a Pokemon and you're reimagining it in a new way, and giving them new power or new strength or new usefulness. And as much as I love new Pokemon, and I do hope that they add new Pokemon, I think that they're probably gonna add at least 50 to 100 new Pokemon in the game, right? Like totally brand new species that we've never seen before, new starters, whatever, right? I just feel like it's such an easy way to take old favorites and like create them in a new way. And like Alolan Exeggutor was all over the internet when it first got released. People thought it was hilarious, right? Alolan Ninetales is phenomenal. Alolan Sandslash is really cool. Although it's not very good, it's very cool. Alolan Dugtrio with the hair, like, you know what I mean? I mean, there's some duds, right? Alolan Persian's kind of lame and whatever else. Maybe you're a fan, I don't know, but it's kind of a dud. Alolan Raticate, you know, they're not everything is gonna be the coolest thing in the world, but they hit a home run on a few of them, and that alone is really, Alolan Marowak is a home run if you ask me. That's so cool. Marowak, a previously like not that great Pokemon, all of a sudden Alolan Marowak is like one of the greatest things ever, man. It's got some great abilities and Lightning Rod and Rockhead. They really like designed some of these Pokemon to really capture. Okay, so I'm actually on the top floor now. That's kind of crazy. All right, so I need to go back to wherever I was when I saw that dude, Pluto, and that other lady in the last episode, which, who even knows how I'm gonna get back there, because I have no recollection of that. All right, so I battled you. I gotta hit some warp panels and stuff. I have no clue. Maybe it was this one? I remember hitting this one, and then this taking me somewhere. This could have been the one. All right, so that's actually not the one, because this doesn't lead me anywhere. Okay, so I was here. I remember being on this floor. So we're actually getting close to where I need to be. So I remember being on this floor. I remember maybe I stepped on this one and I said this one looks kind of weird because it's got the red square under it, but I don't think that's any different. That takes me up here. Okay. I think I battled this dude. I know what floor. Okay, maybe this one. I remember it was that floor with the lady, the Team Rocket lady on the right-hand side. I battled her. I battled you. This is actually where I just was, so I kind of came back. Going in circles here. There's no panel down here. Okay, maybe I need to go up one floor and then there's a panel there? Dude, this place. All right, so I definitely have been through most of this place already, though. So I feel good about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way. I know I can't go that way. There's a panel over there that I think I can get to. Maybe that's the one. That's actually the one, I think. Yeah, I'm like pretty sure that this is the one, because I remember, I'm pretty sure this is the panel that takes me where I need to be. So it should put me in the bottom right corner of somewhere, and then there's a trainer on the top right, and then yes, okay, and then there's the two guys up here. Okay, perfect. This is exactly where I want to be. Good. All right, everyone looks like they're in decent shape to battle, so let's see what happens. Oh, his name's Archer. Okay. What is it, Mr. Archer? You know that kid? Oh boy. Huh, aDrive, you know that old guy? So you're fool enough to get in our way, is that it? What brave little boys. Wait, aren't these the ones who are getting in our way? Not even. Mr. Archer's saying you're in his way, all right? You want to go home in tears or what? Calm yourself. I'll teach these children a good lesson. All right, so this is the, I should have just done this earlier. I ended up exploring the whole place, but that's okay. Electrode and Muck, okay? It's double battle. Chase is joining me here. So why do you have a Cubone, dude? That's what you have is a Cubone? Come on, man. All right, I'm gonna U-turn out of here. I'm gonna hit the Electrode. I'm gonna probably take a Thunderbolt to the face, but maybe I'll live it. If not, it's fine. We have other options. I've got Beedrill and stuff. He's gonna protect his Muck, okay. Protect him from the Cubone. Self-destruct, pro double strats, man. Look at that. And I'm not actually even gonna be able to U-turn. I'm gonna eat this though, it's not gonna do much. Hey, you know, if you wanna blow up your Electrode, that's fine, man. That was a good strategy though. Using Protect and Self-Destruct. It's just, Self-Destruct is a pretty weak move. And you went for Boomerang. Okay, at least you made a good decision. It's nice to see that the Cubone actually followed you after everything. Okay, I can Headbutt some things. I can Wing Attack some things. I'm gonna Wing Attack the Muck. I feel like this Cubone's actually gonna put in some work right now. He's gonna protect his Weezing, that's fine. Hopefully we doubled into the Muck. That would be ideal situation here. If you wanna, he's gonna Toxic the Cubone. I don't care about that, because it's not my Cubone. And hopefully you Bonemerang the Muck, buddy. If you did that, that would have been wonderful. You did! Good job, little guy! Oh god, you're so weak. That did like nothing, dude. Alright, well that was good. At least you knocked him out. I'll take it. And we're gonna get some good experience there. Fungi to 46. All right, you're gonna take some poison damage. No problem though. We got this Weezing. We got it where we want it. Here comes Eradicate. All right, I'm assuming you're gonna hit the Weezing up. I'm gonna go into the Eradicate though. I don't know if that's the best decision, but we're not gonna knock out the Weezing no matter what. So I'd rather make it a 2-on-1 anyway. So here comes the Sucker Punch. Saw that coming a mile away. But I'm just gonna almost level that thing. He's gonna flamethrower me to oblivion here. Yeah, we ain't taking that. No chance. Okay, well, I gotta switch out anyway, so. And he Bone Meringues the Eradicate. All right, I can work with that. We'll get a 2v1 going here. And I've got Psychic, so I can definitely do that. I think I'm gonna actually probably go Butterfree though. Because I don't have a ton of Psychic, so I think I'm gonna, actually I could go B-Drive and Drill Run too. Let's go to Butterfree though, and we'll hit him with an Air Slash. And Air Slash plus Bone Meringue should knock him out. I just know I'm gonna take a Flamethrower to the face, that's the only thing. Part of me thinks he's going to go for Protect right now, so I'm tempted to Bug Buzz. I'm gonna Air Slash anyway. I feel like he's gonna Protect though. Yeah, if I had Bug Buzz or Quiver Dance, that would have been nice, but what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gotta do what you gotta do. Focus Energy, pro strats though. I should have listened. I should have listened to my gut there that he was gonna do that. Because now you're gonna crit. It's gonna be wonderful. All right, I'm gonna flinch him with Air Slash anyway, so it's all good. The problem is if we don't kill him here, actually Air Slash plus Bone Meringue crit, 2 Bone Meringue crits may do enough to the Weezing. I miss. That's not gonna help my situation. And Cubone's actually just gonna get knocked out. Not how I wanted this to go. Not how I wanted it to go at all. Here comes Raichu. Okay, I like it. I like the Raichu play. He's gonna totally. I'm gonna Quiver Dance because he's gonna Protect, dude. I feel like he's gonna Protect. Actually, watch him not Protect because no one's poisoned. All right, well, that's a bummer. I Quiver Dance. Well, if he Flamethrowers me, I can take it better now, so it's fine. What is he gonna do? He's gonna Sludge Bomb. Go for the Raichu, please. Thank you. All right, now we are in situation to just absolutely obliterate you. So do not Protect this turn. Yes, and I don't miss. Goodbye. All right, it was all worth. It was all worth in the end. All right, good experience there for Twilight. Raichu tries to Thunder Punch. Here comes a Golbat. All right, we should be actually in really good shape here. I don't think this is gonna have Protect, so we'll just Air Slash this guy, and he'll Thunder Punch it, and that'll be that. Right? There we go. And I don't miss. It's a miracle. That probably just beats it himself. Yes, good. Okay, we beat Archer. He gave me a hard time last time, but we're able to take him out this time. Again? Yeah, again, buddy. You just got knocked out. So it wasn't just a stroke of luck that you beat me last time. I understand now. We'll have to be careful about you two. Out of the way! Ow. What just happened? Hey, look, the grunt dropped something. Hey, the card key, dude. So I totally butchered this. I should have 1,000,000% done that first. I would have had the card key. Who's this guy? Is it a juggler? Hold on. I have the card key now, so I can actually heal. But I'm just gonna use revives and stuff because I have them. Oh, I am healed. Okay, well that's convenient. This is juggler, dude. What? There shouldn't be any children here. Wait, why are you here though? You are so out of place compared to everyone else. Juggler Dalton. He's definitely got Voltorbs. He's got a Hypno. Okay, I stand corrected. I'm sure he's got Voltorbs too though. I'm just gonna U-turn this Hypno to Oblivion and then we'll go to something else. So let's do that. These trainers are all so low leveled, man. I guess I did things out of order. I really thought you did Koga first and then Silph Co. But maybe I should have done Silph Co first, then Koga, then Sabrina. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's very weird how it's all set up. This game is kind of strange in that regards. Because obviously these Pokemon are like low to like mid, low level 30s. And Koga was like 40, I feel like, 40 something. So I don't actually know. I actually don't know. All right, so this Haunter, I should have actually switched, but that's okay. Let's just, I'll just Sex Scissor. It's not gonna do that much, but it'll do half, probably. Yeah, Haunter's pretty weak. Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball looks so good, though. As much as I don't want to take a Shadow Ball to the face, like, it's a really cool animation. Yeah, I don't know. I think, dude, it's so weird. Again, like, maybe, I mean, you do Lavender Town, and then they tell you about Snorlax, so you're kind of supposed to do Snorlax, and then you're right there in Lavender Town, and there's a Snorlax right south of you, and then there's the one to Celadon, but then I'm supposed to come here and do this. I don't know, the game is so weird. Like, I would love an open world style Pokemon game at some point where you can take on, like, I think of Skyrim, for example. Skyrim is probably one of the better, at least for what I've played, one of the better renditions of an open world style game. Oh, are they gonna give me a Porygon? No, maybe they'll give it to me after, if I beat everything. What are you doing? Oh, you can't even battle anymore. You're tired. All right, so we got the card key now, which is gonna make my life so much easier. I can actually open things now. That's very nice. We'll have to do some exploring now. When I think of open world style games, I think of Skyrim because that's just the best experience I've ever had with an open world style game. And the allure to Skyrim, there's a lot of things actually, but one of the main things is the fact that you could really go anywhere you want, and some areas are gonna be harder than others, right? If you run into like a giant or whatever, you're gonna have a hard time trying to beat it at the beginning of the game. You can run away, you can do things like that. You run into like one of those, it's been a long time since I played Skyrim, so sorry if I don't remember the name of everything, but there's bears and like saber-toothed tiger things and whatever else, right? And if you run into one of those at the beginning of the game, you're gonna get absolutely mollywopped. But you can go to various parts of the game and the enemies are scaled based on your level. And I feel like they could easily, I say easily, but they could really do a style of Pokemon like that where you're plopped in this region. You can really travel anywhere, but you know, some of the Pokemon you're gonna find are gonna be different levels depending on what your level is, and the trainers you're gonna face, they're gonna scale as well. But there are gonna be areas of the game that you're just not gonna be able to do because you're just not strong enough. Or maybe you can find some sort of really creative strategy to beat them and get to the next thing, right? Like maybe you're able to hack some out by using Double Team, or maybe you're able to poison something and hang in there long enough to be able to knock out a big Pokemon boss or whatever it is, right? There's so, like, oh my God, can you imagine just how incredible an open world style Pokemon game would be in that same kind of approach where they really take a look at all these different elements and you know, how you can kind of travel to different areas in the world and not be stuck going on this linear story path. It obviously would, I think, take a little bit of the storyline out of things, but even in Skyrim, there's a main storyline where you basically go the whole quest of being the Dovahkiin and, you know, getting the different shouts and taking down different dragons and whatever else. But when you start Skyrim, you can just forego the initial quest once you get out of the dungeon, like the first cave. You can really forego the first quest and go do whatever you want. You want to go do something else? That's fine. You don't have to go to River Run and White Run, Riverview, whatever they're called. It's been so long since I played the game. I was a big Skyrim fan for a long time too. I love that game. But yeah, you don't have to do that. You can like skip that and go do something else. You can go take on the Forsworn or whatever. You can go to the Rift. You could do whatever. Like, and I feel like in Pokemon that'd be so cool if like you can just go somewhere else on the map, catch some really unique Pokemon that maybe you want to use in your playthrough and stuff. Because I think for me, a lot of the experience of playing through a Pokemon game is getting to use different Pokemon and like maybe some old favorites, some new favorites, whatever it might be. And when I'm basically forced to get certain Pokemon at the beginning of the game and my options are limited, I really hate that. And that's one thing I really loved about X and Y, and they did it for Sun and Moon as well in some regards. I think X and Y really hit a home run with it. But the route diversity at the beginning of the game was tremendous. The fact that you could really jump into a game of X and Y, and before the second gym, you can have so many cool Pokemon on your team, and it's not even a question about it. You could have everything from before the second gym, dude. You could have Honedge, you could have Shedinja, you could have Axew, you could have Absol, you could have Drifloon. You know, I'm just thinking of random Pokemon that are coming to mind. You can have some of the fossils. You can have Kangaskhan, Sableye, Mawile. You know, so many cool Pokemon you could have access to before you even get your second gym badge. Now, granted, there's a very big gap between Gym 1 and Gym 2. Probably the biggest gap of any Pokemon game, if I had to guess. It's a very long journey to go from 1 to 2, but I just feel like there's just a lot of, that's one of the things that I really like in Pokemon games, is just being able to choose different Pokemon and have diverse teams and get to use different Pokemon and have them, oh, here's our rival, buddy. What's up, dude? Are you healing me up? That's far enough. What are you again? Me again, as many times as it takes. I will not let you reach the boss. Huh? What was that? Reach the boss? Do you think? Giovanni must be here. So the boss of Team Rocket is right here in this building. That makes things easier then. Go, aDrive, this is your best chance to beat the boss. Old man, you'll be dealing with me. Ooh, okay, well let me go hit that other warp panel real quick. Kind of see where that takes me. And I still never went into the nurse. We still have a lot to explore. I feel like there's a couple areas that I've missed, but it's not the end of the world. Where does this take me? Oh, there's another dude down here. Your Pokemon seem to adore you, kid. Oh, thank you. But the question is, do your Pokemon adore you? I'm coughing, eh? All right. I'm pretty sure my dude's healed me up a few times, actually, now that I remember. So I actually don't even need to heal up right now. I think we're gonna be okay. Let me see. Oh, he definitely did not just heal me up, that's for sure. Okay. That was Archer coming through. But he healed me up before this battle, so wow, that did a lot. Wing Attack actually would have been able to do a good amount there. Let's go to B-Drive. Yeah, B-Drive would be good here. So I'm gonna battle this dude. I'm gonna just kind of briefly scan this floor, and then we'll kind of backtrack. And then Giovanni will actually be what we do to kick off the next episode, I think. Because like I said, I am strapped for time here. I can't, as I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, I actually can't record much more than like 3 more minutes because I have a call that I have to go on. So I tried to squeeze everything in to get as many episodes done as I could this morning before this call, but unfortunately I can't be late. So, all right, here's a Haunter. We can drill run this guy. I don't think the other person would be very happy if I was late. Big drill run though. That should knock it out, no problem. I do want to just see what's down the hall here. And then we'll backtrack so I don't forget what I was doing. Alright, good experience up to 46 for B-Drive. Our starter bug Pokemon looking powerful. And Thanos up to 45. Caught up to the team nicely. And this Grunt, thanks for saying my Pokemon look great. Let's see what's down around the corner. Oh, so that's actually super convenient that they just put the nurse here. 2 ways to access it. Oh, doesn't get much better than that. That's actually very clutch. And there's a Pokeball over here. What is it? Revive? That's mildly convenient. I could have used that against Zapdos, huh? That would have been nice. All right, well, we'll go up here. We know that the warp panel that I need to go to take on Giovanni is like right around the corner. So we should, next episode, I have no idea how it's all gonna go down, but I would imagine we can do Giovanni and then do Sabrina, or at least something close to that, right? So this is where I'm gonna wrap up for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Bug playthrough. Silph Co is just really long, so I'm sorry about that, but we'll continue and finish up Silph Co on the next episode and then jump into Sabrina's gym. I think it'll be pretty good. Let me know your thoughts on the question of the day. Good conversation about typings and just open world Pokemon. It's always fun to talk about this stuff. So hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.